to what we call Historic Mission Control. My name is Joe, and I'll be your host while we visit today. First of all, we would like you all to know that when you came into this building, you entered a very special building here on the Johnson Space Center campus. You know, we've got about 130 buildings located here. But this building is special because this building is mission control. Did you know that virtually the whole world knows the call sign for this building? Because when you're in outer space and you want to call home, ladies and gentlemen, this is Houston. Here's where you call. It was October 4th, 1957. The Soviet Union had taken a round metallic ball about the size of a basketball, stuffed it with electronics so they could track it, and put it on top of a very powerful rocket and launched it into an orbit around the Earth. And they called it Sputnik. And Sputnik woke up the whole world. And then the Soviet Union took a little dog by the name of Laika, put it in a capsule, and sent it into orbit around the Earth many times. And finally, the Soviet Union took a very brave young man by the name of Yuri Gagarin, Russian cosmonaut, and they put him in a capsule, and they sent him into an orbit around the Earth. All of these things were brilliant, scientifically spectacular. And that put this country, the United States, into what was then called a space race, because this country had a lot of catching up to do. NASA was formed as a direct result of Sputnik in early 1958 under the Eisenhower administration. And the scientists managed to put a couple of satellites into orbit around the Earth, but all too often the scientists in this country would put an unmanned rocket, unmanned, on the launch pad. And they would light the rockets only to have the rocket blow up on the launch pad. Things didn't always go very well in the early days of NASA. But in those days, there was a brilliant man working for NASA by the name of Robert Gilruth. In fact, we have his picture down there, that black and white photo down there. That's a picture of Robert Gilruth, NASA employee. One day, Robert Gilruth went to see a man by the name of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, President of the United States, and he said, "Mr. President, would you like to pull ahead in this matter